AAA projects some 54 million people will travel this year for the Thanksgiving holiday. It would make this the third busiest year for Thanksgiving travel since 2000. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg spoke to CBS News about what to expect following massive air travel disruptions that occurred over the summer.
There's never going to be zero cancellations because weather and other things happen. But what we saw earlier this summer was unacceptable. I think what we're seeing is a system that's definitely improved from where it was over the summer, but still not as resilient as it needs to be. Still vulnerable to a disruption cascading through the system.
For more on this, let's bring in CBS News senior travel advisor Peter Greenberg. Peter, so we just heard Pete Buttigieg refer to last summer travel delays as unacceptable. We know about strains on pilots, strains on flight attendants. How are things? What's your anticipated view about how things will go?
It's probably going to be better than we expected. Keep in mind that airlines are now flying about 10% fewer flights now during the holiday season than they did in 2019. That doesn't mean the planes are going to be empty. They're going to be very, very full, but that means there's less of an opportunity for a disruption, at least in terms of schedule. The other problem is, of course, prices. That's the real whammy, because Americans now are paying, in the last 10 months, $11 billion more for their domestic airfares than they did in 2019. That's outrageous. And they continue to pay those fares. So we're going to have to see what happens. That's really the disruption, and we're just waiting for those chickens to hatch the eggs.
And it's such a disruption because of what people call sometimes revenge travel, the pent-up demand after COVID-19. People have been cooped up, and regardless of the cost, they just want to get out the door. Is that what's happening?
That's true, and plus they're not very price sensitive. This year, credit card debt is way up. Americans owe over $931 billion on their credit cards, and that number rises every single day. So what that means as we're entering the holiday season is somebody's going to be making a choice about Christmas shopping, about retail, about high-end items. They may not buy an article of clothing. They may not buy an electronic item. They may not go out to dinner every night of the week, or they're going to put it on their credit cards again. Sooner or later, somebody has to pay the bill. And the best indicator of that, John, is take a look at the shippers. FedEx has already announced they're closing 90 stores, and they're starting to park some of their airplanes. When was the last time you heard of FedEx parking airplanes in November?
Right. And so is it that these costs, has travel changed in the way people do it, I guess, is the question, even though we've just discussed the fact that they're still doing it no matter what the cost. Have there been any changes in the patterns, though, as people come back from being locked down?
Well, you mentioned the 55 million figure. Most of those people are traveling by car. The one thing that the AAA never tells you is how many people are going to be in each car. And the way you determine that is really a factor of the rising gas prices. The higher the gas prices go, the more people they will cram in those cars. But we have not reached the tipping point yet where we're not going to drive or we're not going to fly. It's coming. If the current predictions are going to be consistent, we have a problem coming January when a lot of those credit card bills come due.
So we're hosting Thanksgiving, and I think people are coming through every mode of transportation but boat. So how do I get everybody to lower their blood pressure? If travel's going to be difficult, what are your suggestions to help people manage the madness?
Well, it's Monday night. A lot of Americans got smart this year, and they left 3 days ago. They're not leaving on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. They made a movie about that called Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. They don't want to do that, and they're not coming back on the Saturday or Sunday after Thanksgiving. A lot of people are coming back on Black Friday, or they're waiting till next Tuesday. And in doing that, they're giving themselves a fighting chance of reducing the disruption.
And Peter, one last question, which is TSA. How is that going in terms of managing all this travel? Because as a frequent traveler, sometimes you zip right through. Other times, the lines extend to the next airport.
It depends on the airport, John. They've done a better job of staffing up. They're still agents short. That will continue until next year. Remember, they always had a high turnover of agents, and then they have to train new agents, so it doesn't get solved overnight. But right now, the numbers that I'm seeing mean that they're going to stay pretty stable until the end of the year. There's not one really big crunch day other than this Wednesday, but even this Wednesday will be less crazy than it was in previous years.
Well, that's good news. Thank you so much, Peter Greenberg. Appreciate you being with us.
You got it, John.